Good morning, friends. Welcome to another morning devotion from Sarin United Church of Christ. I'm J.D. Rose. I'm the senior pastor here at Sarin. We've been doing these morning devotions for a while we've been not meeting in person. I hope they are a blessing to you. We're going to keep doing them for a while longer. On Mondays, I'm going to be reading excerpts from one of my favorite books by my very favorite author. This is Whistling in the Dark, a Doubter's Dictionary by Frederick Buechner. He's my fave. He's the GOAT. In any genre, this is my favorite writer. I love the way he says things. I'm going to read excerpts from this book on Mondays. It's just a way to get our juices flowing as the week begins. This is January the 4th, the start of the first full week of a new year. Before I read today's selection, I want to tell you, I own a bunch of books that I got at half-price books or other secondhand bookstores that have inscriptions in them. This is one. This was given to an Adrian upon she or he's graduation, and is it inscribed? Congratulations on your graduation. The Lord Jesus has equipped you for ministry and is blessing you, from Father Rolby and the St. Michael's family. So what has happened here is a parish has given this as a graduation gift, and Adrian decided she or he did not need this or needed gas money more. I don't know the circumstances. I love that days or weeks or months later, I walked in, and this is one of my favorite books. And I picked it up off a shelf, and I paid a few dollars for it, and I've had it with me for, 10 or 12 years already, and read it several times. I'm sharing it with you. I guess the object lesson real quickly before I get to the reading is, maybe you feel like you don't have any value. Maybe you think there are things that you've been given that don't aid your journey. Probably they do. Maybe they are just there for someone else or a different season or a different time. Probably you have great value. You just haven't put yourself in the hands of the right person. Let me read this passage. This was written before the advent of 24-hour news, which is important to hear when we only used to watch the news at the end of a day. But I think it still speaks volumes about life here on earth, and probably is an important way to start a year and getting our heads right. This is the passage, the excerpt from this book under the title News. When the evening news comes on, hundreds of thousands of people all over the earth are watching it on their TV screens or listening to it on their radios. Disasters and scandals, scientific breakthroughs and crimes of passion, the Cold War and all the smaller hot wars, negotiations that fail and others that succeed, the perpetual search for peace. People sit there by the millions, half dazed by the things that go to create each particular day. Maybe they even try to make some kind of sense of it, or, if they're not up to that, at least try to come to some sort of terms with it. Try to figure out how it's apt to affect them for good or ill. There's also, of course, the news that rarely, if ever, gets into the media at all. And that is the news of each particular day of each particular one of us. That is the news we're so busy making that we seldom get around to sitting down and thinking it over. If it takes some extraordinary turn, we might. But the unextraordinary, commonplace events of each day as they come along, we tend to let slip by almost unnoticed. That is, to put it mildly, a pity. What we are letting slip by almost unnoticed are the only lives on this planet we're presumably ever going to get. We're all of us caught up in our own small wars, both hot and cold. We have our own crimes and passions, our own failures and successes. We make our occasional breakthroughs. God knows we are searching for peace. It's all apt to happen so quietly and on so small a scale we hardly realize it's happening. Only an unanswered letter, a phone conversation, a tone of voice, a chance meeting at the post office, an unexpected lump in the throat, laughing till we cry. But these things are what it's all about. These things are what we are all about. Maybe there's nothing on earth more important for us to do than sit down every evening or so and think it over. Try to figure it out if we can, at least try to come to terms with it. The news of our day, where it is taking us, where it is taking the people we love. It is, if nothing else, a way of saying our prayers. My friends, may your day be full of blessing, lots of great news for you to share, for you to be grateful for you to come to terms with. May it be a great first week of a new year full of wonderful stories that you will be telling for a long, long time. I'm so glad you joined me. I will see you soon. God bless.